Welcome back to my channel. Here we like to do things budget friendly, and if you are like me and have champagne taste but on a beer budget, these videos are for you. So clearly by the thumbnail, you would have seen that there's a couple things that we're going to go through today, and that is talking about my Irresistible Me wig. Yes, this is a wig that I am currently wearing, and some Temu clothing fashion. Now, I have come across some interesting pieces that I think you guys would really like. Also, a couple of bizarre pieces and a pair of shoes. So hang tight and we will get into that very shortly. So first off, obviously, I want to talk about this wig and how I've put it on and styled it so that it is really extremely inconspicuous. Now, this will work best for a wig that matches very closely with your natural hair. So what I did, kitty furs in my nose. What I did is I pulled out my natural hair, and this is a lace front wig, you guys. So I pulled out a bit of my natural hair here and tucked the wig back behind so you can see where that wig is. Now, unless you're going to be looking at the top of my hair, and I just mess that up a little bit. If you're going to really be looking hard at the top of my hair, you're really not going to see that. But I have seen this done a couple of times. I had a mirror over here. I just messed it all up. I had it sprayed so that it would stay where I put it. So I've seen this done a couple of times on some videos where they have like the lace front wig and they do pull out, and I did pull it out all the way around, framing my face. And then what I did is I did put a little bit of like hairline powder around to make my roots, I should say, my hair not look so thin, so that it will blend in a little bit better with the thickness of this wig here. And this is a vegan synthetic wig. Now, the only thing that I have yet to do is master it. You can see pile of Temu clothes. We'll get to it shortly, I swear. The only thing I have yet to master is how to get my hair as absolutely flat as possible in the back, because my hair is quite long. The only thing is that it's just very thin. And so you can definitely see the length of this wig is probably, well, the two wigs that I have that I'm going to show you, obviously this and the other one, are the longest wigs that I own. And I really like the additional length on that. I like how long it goes. I want to say it might be a 32 inch. So let me just pop in here and look. Yes, they are 32 inches. This style in particular is called the Brown Balayage, and their price right now is $99.50. The original retail price is $199. And so these are on sale for roughly about half off. The next wig that I am going to show you is a mermaid wave. And is it this one? Yes. So they come in these tubes, which is really great. So it is 100% vegan fiber, pre-styled, on trend, HD transparent lace, zero stress transformation, recyclable packaging. There is an adjustable wig cap in here. Wash only when needed on these. Let it air dry, and you can heat it up to 360 degrees Fahrenheit. Because this is a vegan synthetic fiber wig, that means that you cannot color these wigs. So this is the next one. And so of course they come nicely packaged so that it holds its shape and in a little wig net and all of this. And if you have been on my channel and you would have seen one of my shorts, I will put in some photos and some shorts of me wearing this wig in particular. This one is not my natural color, so I've styled it a couple different ways, and I have worn it for a video. It was kind of my, it was I'll insert pictures. I did wear it for a video and I did wear it for a short, and I had it styled in 2 different ways. So what is adjustable in here is several things. So first off, they clip onto your hair in the front and in the back. So there's clips there. So then it also has kind of like the bra straps. Temu wigs have these too, but I have never seen these in a Temu wig. And then of course the lace front, and I did trim it. I did trim the lace. Now, this one doesn't have, and this one doesn't have kind of a part that goes all the way down the head. So it is just where that lace front is. So right up in here has that natural hairline, but it doesn't continue all the way back. It only goes up to there, if you will see there. Now I will have to insert on my community tab a link for Just Jenn. So keep an eye on her channel. I will find one of her her wig videos and insert that. Or she said that she's going to be doing a wig video soon. And once that posts, I will definitely put that into my community tabs as well. And she talks through, she's more of a wig aficionado than I am. She talks through how to make synthetic wigs look more natural. So for now, again, this wig doesn't really match my natural hair color. So pulling out this little bit of my natural hair to blend in on this one didn't really work. So what I did is I did like a headband around my head to conceal the front of the lace because I don't know how to make a lace front wig look natural yet. I'm still working on it. But there is a way that Jenn said that you can pluck. You can pluck some of the hairs. So for me, the issue is that it is too round. And if you see my natural hairline, it kind of has all of these little loop-de-loops that it does. And these wigs are just straight round. So that's why it looks a little too unnatural for me. But hopefully Jenn, if you're watching, will do her wig video soon. And of course, being that it is a vegan synthetic fiber, of course, it actually tangles less than my Temu wigs does, or my Temu wigs do. But this one has got that just beautiful kind of mermaid wave, and I don't like to brush it all the way through because I like to have those little waves that kind of go like that in the back. And it is layered, so it does have different layers within it. Some shorter ones framing around the face, just as this one does. There's shorter ones framing around the face that gives it a little bit more shape and more body around the face. And of course, brushing it, I just use like a detangle, gentle brush. And the other thing that I noticed about these is that you can actually get your fingers through it like you would your natural hair. It's not ultra glossy, so it's not super shiny. You don't have to dull it down with any type of shampoo powders. So that's really great. So I also have a coupon code if you're interested. You'll see it on the screen, and of course link down in the description box if you're interested in picking up any of these wigs. They have many styles to choose from, and they also have full human hair wigs as well. But of course, those are going to run you a pretty penny because human hair is expensive. We all know this. But now, enough of me blah, blah, blah about these wonderful, beautiful wigs. Let's get into some of these Temu products, starting out with one. You'll see. You'll see. This, you guys. I am going to insert a picture in this corner of what this is supposed to be. And I dug through the description, and it did say that it was going to be resin or something like that. But of course, look at the picture. There's parts of it that looks like it's supposed to have some maybe resin bits and pieces of it. But this is not the picture at all. What is this? What is this? This isn't even remotely close. This whole thing is resin. In the picture, it looks like, you know, there might be some resin here and some bits and pieces, but this doesn't even, what is this? Don't buy this. Don't buy this. I even paid $2.99 shipping for it because I was excited about what I found. This is going in the return pile. Okay, moving on. Temu fashion. So per usual, I am wearing outfit number 1, and that is a Temu top and a pair of pants. I, of course, will show you more of that when I get into the try on, but for now, let's just take a quick peek at it. This is another fall embroidered top, but this one is going to be a little, I think that's a fox on this side and on this side. So instead of deer, they're fox. And then on the shoulders or the arms, they're little acorns. And yes, all of this is stitched, so embroidered in. It's got kind of a little bit of a scalloping in the wrist area, a little bit of scalloping down below. It's a little bit of a crop top. I do have my pants pulled up quite high because these Temu pants, I don't quite care for the elastic, but we'll get into that a little bit later. These are some pants that don't have any pockets or anything like that, but you will be able to see the pants in the try on. And then of course, the back of this is just very plain. So nothing special about the back of this sweater, but I did think it was really cute. And the other one that I wore in a video, you guys really seemed to like. So I came across this one and thought for those of you who liked the first one I had with the deer on it, you would also like this one. Now to go with this outfit, I was thinking to pair it with these boots. And these boots are embroidered. So here's another embroidery, not iron on, not painted on. It's definitely a faux suede. It has a nice plastic, kind of a rubber feel sole, and it has obviously some nice tread to it. So these are most definitely an outdoor shoe. I mean, you could wear it inside if you wanted to as slippers, but they're also good for outside. And they are lined with this nice soft fuzzy lining, and it does go all the way through to the bottom. So that fuzzy lining goes all the way down to your toes. So very super soft. Now I wear a women's 8.5, and the 9 was unavailable, but they had an 8. So I picked up the 8, and I have to say that there are times when I can wear a women's 8 and it fits just fine. These are almost a little too snug. Am I going to wear them? Yes. Am I going to return them? No. I'm not going to even bother doing that and try to get my size 9 because these were on sale when I found them. Originally, they were maybe about $10 more than what I paid for them. So if you do that, Temu doesn't do exchanges. FYI, by the way. So you can't exchange a size and pay the same price for what you got it for originally. So you first have to return the product that doesn't fit and then reorder with that current price the product in the proper size. So for me, that's not going to be worth it. With these shoes, I will totally make it work, But the glory of that is a lot of times this type of material will stretch out a little bit. But the shape of this, they did not come squished or squashed or nothing. They just came in a bag like this, shoved in a Temu bag like usual. The only thing that they have down in the foot is that. So this worked just fine to make this not a squishy squashy mess in the mail, because you know how that goes. Guys, when you get your Temu stuff and it's all shoved in a bag, and sometimes the bag has been ripped open by customs and then they retape it and everything is packed in there so stinking tight, and then it goes from truck to truck to truck, and things that you get come either broken or squashed. That's why. That's why. But these have nice shape to them. They don't feel flimsy. So now I'll shut my pie hole about the shoes. We will move on to some more fashion. Another one that I think you guys will really like is this one. I did pick it up in a medium. This one was in my cart and I was watching for the price to be nice. And finally, when it did, I most certainly swooped this up. So in a size medium, this looks like it's going to be a nice fit. So not super tight. I haven't tried it on yet, but the flowers, you guys, just look at the flowers on here. Isn't that beautiful? It goes down the arm like that and then snugs around around the V-neck, which is up at the top there. I just think this is absolutely gorgeous. And I do believe when I saw it or came across it, the price started off at like $35. I added it to cart because I liked it. And this is definitely a tip from me to you. If you find something that you like, add it to your cart, maybe not buy it right then and there, and just kind of watch as the prices kind of go up or down. But also keep in mind too, that sometimes it'll get removed out of your cart if an item is no longer available, but that might mean just the size is unavailable. So then what you do is you'll go down to the bottom of the screen and you'll find all of the things that were no longer in your cart because they became unavailable. And you can tap on that, the one that you thought, oh, I really like that, and you can sometimes pick a different size. If you don't mind going up or down a size, if you don't mind getting a different color, sometimes you can do that. And or same thing that I always tell you guys is tap the photo that best looks like the item you want to buy, enlarge it, tap the camera icon in the upper right hand corner of the screen, and it'll scan it, bring you up different distributors at different price points. But as I had just said with that gray to blue gradient shirt, make sure you are scrolling through the fabric and the material, and don't let that one first photo be your clickbait, okay? Another sweater that I came across that was very similar to one that I've already worn. It was a hoodie style and it was like a cable knit up at the top, and then it had that super fuzzy fuzz down at the bottom, and it was like this lime green color. I came across this one originally and the price had gone up and down, and then the size I needed was available and then it wasn't available. Finally, it got to a price that I liked and a size that was available, so I picked it up, and this is what it looks like. So this one is fuzzy all the way through except for the cable knit along the edges of the buttons, or are they snaps? Nope, they're buttons. And a little bit kind of like a turtleneck top, and has this ombre gradient gray to blue. Here is the what are we looking at here? Oh, that's funny. Some of the fluffies got kind of sewn in there. That's what that is. It's not unraveling, but has that cable knit in the wrist area to match the blue here. The cable knit at the top matches the gray, and the cable knit down at the bottom matches the blue. They have that same gradient going up. I just think the detail on this is extra perfect. And I don't remember off the top of my head, but I know that I didn't pay much more than maybe $23. Obviously, you will have seen it on the screen, but for me, in my brain right now, I can't remember specifically the price. And then, of course, the buttons are gold. Now, what I can say, what I can say to something like this is just be very cognizant about the buttons. So maybe only unbutton what you need to unbutton to get over your head. This is very stretchy. You probably don't even need to unbutton, but I would just be careful with the buttons, because from my experience, sometimes when you do too much button and unbutton with some of the Temu clothes, it looks like the buttons are about to kind of pull off a little bit. Obviously, that's a quick fix. It's obviously a quick fix, but for some of you that aren't handy like that or don't want to do that, just be careful. But this, oh my God, if I could just be wrapped up, I mean, it's so soft, so slinky, so, I can't even describe to you the softness of it. It's like petting a bunny rabbit. It's that freaking soft, you guys. And it is fairly soft on the inside, but not as soft. So it does have some of the floofy fluffies on the inside, but not as much on the outside. So this is absolutely gorgeous. I picked this up in an Asian large, and this is in the color gray. There were a couple more. Now, I know some of you guys think that I talk too much, and I apologize for that, but I want to be thorough. I want you to make wise buying decisions. There are some distributors that are selling something like this very similar in the first photo. Okay, in the first photo, it looks almost exactly like this. Maybe the style is very slightly different. Maybe it looks like a button up like this instead of the turtleneck like this. Scroll through the pictures because they change up the materials within the pictures. They'll start off with this in the photo, and then the next photo over, you look and go, well, that's not the same material, and that's the one you will receive. Same thing with that stupid bear, okay? They take the first photo, the clickbait, and that's what they'll send you if you are not careful. So I have seen this in different distributors, but not this material, okay? FYI, make smart buying decisions, okay? And I'm here to help you out with that. This next one is a little disappointing. I had picked up something somewhat similar to this in a previous haul that was black, and it had the bat wing, and it had some flowers and golden tones in it, and it was absolutely gorgeous, fit me perfectly. The material was almost exactly the same as this. So the material is like a polyester feel, not super crunchy, still kind of silky and smooth. Pattern, again, is very beautiful on this, just as the other one is. Digitally printed, of course. However, in the other one that I had showed you in a haul previous to this, it was not like this. This is where I was super bummed. Okay, so on the other one, it was black on one side, black on the other, pattern on one side, transferred to the other side. This is not like that. This is the white interior polyester that I go, man. And I really couldn't see or couldn't tell in the photos if it was going to be like that or not. Sometimes you can, and if you don't like this idea, sometimes you can see that within a photo. And there are plenty of things that I really liked, but I've had to pass specifically for this reason. I don't care for it to be white on the inside and then the color on the outside. But what is this? This is a kind of, because it's open in the front, this is going to be like a bathrobe of sorts, but the way the style of it is, I very strongly believe that you could wear this out in public just fine, especially for a bathing suit cover up. So something on the beach also would be very nice. What I would say is if you're going to wear this not with a bathing suit, is to wear like a tank top underneath it and a pair of little booty shorts or some leggings or something like this. Because of this material, if you have, you know, bathrobes that are like this, you know, you can tighten that puppy up as tight as you want with the straps, and that sucker's still gonna open up on you one way or another, right? Because it's so silky, it just moves around. Now, the interesting part about this, okay, is the arms are sewn. It's so silky, you guys. I'm fumbling fingers here. So the arms are sewn. Do you see where this strap is? That's where the arms are sewn, a straight seam down, so that it kind of gives you this flowy arm look. And if you buy this, you have to look for that little tiny hole, and that is where you feed through your strap. So I had to look and double look at the picture because when I originally just wrapped the belt around my waist, it looked way off. So I did start kind of looking through and I found that little hole and I was like, that's where you put it. That makes sense. When I put it on, you will see what I mean most definitely. Next up, in the way of cover-ups, if you will, I bought a cape. Kind of a Renaissance festival sort of cape, obviously. This is one that's got just the little armhole here, so it's kind of very droopy, and you just tuck just a part of your arm in, so it's kind of like this, and that's it. And then it, of course, has a little button closure around the neck in the front, and then of course wide open in the front, so very flowy, and a hoodie in the back. And it's kind of made out of this really soft material. Now, I would have preferred this personally in a black, but the price was much cheaper in this teal blue color. And worst case scenario, I might not ever wear it out and about per se, but I do go to the Renaissance festivals from time to time when they come here to Minnesota. It's just gotten lately so expensive to do any of that stuff, you guys, like to go to the state fairs, all of those. They've started charging for parking when you didn't have to before. And then the entrance fee has gotten so high where it wasn't before. Plus, if you go to a Renaissance festival, if you guys know, the only thing to do in there is buy stuff. Really, I mean, it's fun to watch the jousting, and that's one of my favorite things. But that's all it is a bunch of vendors selling stuff. And then, of course, people watching. That's my favorite part about the Renaissance Festival is the people watching. So I'm basically, you're paying $30 to go people watching and buy stuff. It's like having a Costco membership that you have to pay to go and shop, but at least they charge you only a year, once a year. Anyway, it's nice and long. And also my daughter likes to go to the Renaissance Festival as well, and she will dress up. My stepdaughter goes to the Renaissance Festival and she will dress up, and they will raid my closet because I do have stuff that they like to wear at the Renaissance festivals that I just keep for them to borrow, but make sure that they put it back in my closet so that I can wear it when I want to. Okay, guys, I have two last pieces that are kind of funky as well. And first one being this sweatshirt. So when I saw this, it was, again, tucked into my cart for quite some time until the price dropped down to what I wanted it to be, because I could tell by the photo that this wasn't going to be that nice sweatshirt material. It's not bad. It's not bad. I have seen worse. I have showed you worse. I have showed you that sweatshirt material. That is the, what is this? This isn't quite that. So it is a sweatshirt material. It's not very thick. It is fuzzy cozy lined on the inside. It's not exactly see-through, but a little bit see-through. It does have a hoodie in the back. It has this weird kind of cinching in the front that kind of makes it look like you're wearing maybe a little bit of a corset. It zips in the front just that little bit, but I have tried this on. It fits me relatively nicely. We'll show it to you in the try on. So you really don't have to unzip it. I think it's more so there just for a little bit of design. And in the back, it is also cinched in. So it is kind of darted there so that it has a more poofy top looking and then a little bit more cinched in around the waist. And of course the contrasting colors in the sleeves. The green against the black. And I do believe there were different color variations of this as well. Now, I also picked up a pair of pants, and I've tried buying this a couple of times. So it did that thing, like I told you guys before. I go and I buy it, I pay for it, and then it sometimes takes a while for things to go into the shipping process. And then you get this message of something, sorry, something was removed from your cart. Here's your refund for the item and $5 for your loss. That happened with these pants a couple of times. So I tried buying it again. Finally, it did come through. So I'm really excited about this. So this kind of little doohickey here. I did have to look at the photo to see precisely how they had it strung through here. I did try it a couple of times, and this is just how I prefer it the most. I have the length, one longer, one shorter, just folded in half and tucked through, no knots. The other one, this one, I also tried a couple of different ways. So this is sewed onto the leg, and you wrap it through this up here, this little kind of a belt loop up here. And then instead of tying it in a knot or tying it in a bow, you just crisscross it, feed one through, and then feed the next one through, and then that's it. Putting it to a bow or knotting it was too big and bulky for me, but I ordered this in a size medium. Now, I have had to buy size larges with the Temu pants, but this is a local retailer, and one of the things that you really want to focus on is knowing your measurements, knowing your waist size, number one, so that you can go in to the size chart. Now, it's not just size of what you are in the size chart, but you also have to look at the product size in the size chart. So obviously it's a pair of long pants. And again, this is how I fashioned the bows. So if you're interested in picking these up, if this local retailer is available for you in your area, that's how I did it. But of course, obviously, play around with it the way you want. And with the women's medium, this does fit me perfectly. And of course, we will show that to you in the try-on, which I will do for you right now. Now, my original thought on this outfit was to put it all together. But I'm thinking all together is a little much. But here was my original thought. Here's what it looks like all together. I am not real happy with the outfit as a whole, but the pieces separately are A++ for me. Now, I've already said that these boots are a little bit snug. So my personal thought is go up to your size or a little bit larger, especially if you plan on wearing these with a thicker sock. Currently, I have no socks on because that's just how I go. If you guys are new here, hello, welcome. I don't like socks. I don't like things on my feet. I am a barefoot person through and through. So here is that little top and the material. a little bit closer up for you. And it is a really nice kind of fabric. It's not super stretchy, but the weave is nice and tight on it. And I don't think that this is going to be as easy of a snag factor as some of my other Temu sweaters do. So that's an A++. I have been dying to take this off because I am hot. I am so hot. Okay, but let me show you these pants so you can get a better idea of these pants. No pockets. I do have a back brace on, so if you guys see those extra little puckers, that's what that is for. No pockets to be heard of. It just is completely elastic, not very see-through, but the elastic waist on it is definitely something that I would probably not want to kind of show as much. I don't think the top of it looks too polished, but it's not bad. And then of course, it just kind of reminds me of, and I've been looking for the little shorts like this as well, but they just kind of look like something from the early decades or centuries, the earlier centuries, where they used to wear this underneath their big huge dresses and petticoats and all of that, and this was their undergarment, which is now what we use as an outer garment. So interesting how things change within time. But you see, I'm such a klutzy person, but overall I have really good balance. Make that make sense. Anyways, this is the lace on it. If you can see the lace, it's embroidered, and it is actually a very nice quality lace, dual layered, of course. It is stretchy in the leg as well. Not sure what the purpose of that is. I don't really know that I'm going to be walking around with it up here, but maybe you could if you wanted to. I don't know. I don't know the purpose for the elastic there, but it is elastic there, just FYI, so that you know. But these are the pants that I have been wearing today. Very comfortable overall. Now the length of these jeans is actually really nice. Could I have liked them a little bit longer? Yes, perhaps, but they're not bad. So for those of you who are new and watching, I am roughly about 5'9". I'm roughly 145 pounds. I have a 32-inch inseam, and I have a hard time finding pants that are long enough for me. So if that gives you an idea of how this one fits, of course, they are a little bit of a high-waisted pant. Not extremely high waist, but it does definitely come up a little bit past my belly button as well. And then of course, this is removable if you wanted to remove this one. This one is not removable. This one is sewn in the inner seam right here. Overall, it is a loose fitting pant, a little bit on the distressed side. But I thought these were kind of fun. So for some of you who like the more funky things, this is definitely a funky one. Perhaps I would pair it with a crop top that's a little bit on the tighter side, which you will see in just a moment. I'm going to try it on, obviously, with the green top, the green and black one, so you'll be able to see that. Now here is that sweater. The medium, again, fits me very nicely. I would definitely stick with your own size, even if you like it to be a little oversized, because even though this is a medium, the size on this is actually perfect. I do like that it is a little bit of a high-low, so a little bit lower in the back, a little bit higher in the front, has these nice little cutouts here, which is also very nice. I like the V-neck on it, and of course the flowers. I mean, the flowers are absolutely gorgeous. You can't tell me anything bad about this sweater. If you do, I am just gonna plug my ears and go la 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 la, not listening, because let me tell you, I love this one. I love this one. 110% A++ for me. It is so silky. And even running your arms against your side is like, it feels like you're sliding on butter. It is so beautiful. I love the length. I love the length. This is a perfect length. Again, I believe this was the Asian large. So if you are my size and you want it to fit a little bit more oversized, size up if they have it available. I don't know that they have an extra large. I believe this was the largest that I had, but perhaps if you find a different listing, you might be able to find one a little bit larger. So unfortunately, the size availability within this listing is very limited. You guys know how hard it is to find something that you absolutely love, but it's in Asian sizes, because Asian sizes are so itsy bitsy, you guys, when you translate it to American sizes, or US sizes, I should say. So again, you can't tell me nothing about this sweatshirt. This sweatshirt I am in absolute love. And it was very easy for me to unbutton these 3 buttons so I could get this over my head without screwing up hair and makeup. So just FYI, you don't really have to struggle with these buttons very much at all. They're very easy to get in and out of, so that there's very little tugging. So then, of course, if you wanted to have it open, you could most definitely do that if you wanted to. But like I was saying, for stuff like this, you just want to be very gentle so that the buttons don't pull out on you. Because overall, the way that the buttons are attached in the back isn't super fantastic, but you most definitely could, if you are a thrifty person, an artsy person, a sewing person, you could definitely reinforce these with zero issue and complication and have it be a little bit stronger holding. So obviously this one is a little bit of a bizarre number. So for those of you who are a little bit more on the conservative side, might not be interested in this, but it is kind of a fun piece. Obviously, if you don't mind showing some extra cleavage, you don't have to wear a top underneath it. That's not me. I will never do that. Perhaps what I will do is wear a black tank top instead of the green, because the greens don't match. So that to me is what I would definitely recommend on something like this, because it is very low scooping in the front. It is a little cinching here. So if you want something to be a little bit more loose, size up. Now for me, I'm thinking this would look best tucked in, my opinion, because I'm not sure that I care for this, even though that does add some interest to the piece. If you were to be wearing maybe a lower pant, or if you were to be wearing something a little bit tighter perhaps. But for me personally, I prefer it tucked in. Of course, the back where it is cinched around the waist, kind of poofy, like that in the back, kind of fun. Then you've got your hoodie, of course, in the contrasting colors. So for me personally, I do like this. I do like how it fits. It does fit me perfectly, but like I said, if you're interested in this top and you want it to be a little less snug, because it's right at that snug point, size up on this one for sure. But other than that, I really do enjoy this top. Now, I most definitely feel like Little Blue Riding Hood. I mean, obviously not Blue Red Riding Hood, because this is not red. But this feels like one of those nice little fleece blankets. So this one would also be like a great lounging around the house piece, watching TV piece. If you are going to the Renaissance Festival, if you want just a little pop of color for something as a casual wear, it's not good enough quality, in my opinion, to be worn for something dressier, because it's a very kind of a thinner fleece material, nothing really fancy. If this was to be a more silky material, something that's lined on the inside, that would look more classy, and perhaps then you could wear it as you're going somewhere out to dinner or something like that. But this is just very casual. This is, you know, maybe something for a Halloween costume also would be a great idea for this. But I just thought it was fun. So I picked it up, and of course they have multiple different colors. It's just that the blue one, or this teal green color, was the lesser expensive of the options. And I knew I wasn't going to make a bunch of uses out of it. So that's why I chose a color that was the cheapest. Here's our last piece. So here's what I was trying to say about the sleeves. Okay, the sleeves have kind of like this bat wing kind of situation, and then it is sewn up here. And you're supposed to still be able to have this kind of bat wing arm feature, that boxy look. So when I first put the belt on, I wrapped it around my waist like this, and I was looking at the picture and I thought, okay, well, that doesn't seem right, because it almost looked more of like a butterfly on the model. So I had to look. So what happened is, like I said, there's a little hole, like a little buttonhole that you have to feed through. So the belt goes around your back, and when it gets to this point, right, there's a hole on either side, and you feed that belt through. And so this is what it looks like. And again, the disappointing part for me is this, where you have the white. I feel like that just kind of cheapens it up a little bit more than I prefer. The only thing that has going for it in that sense is that this pattern at least isn't like this deep red, orange, or blue, so that it looks maybe a little bit less conspicuous because of the off-white flowers, but they are off-white, and then the inside is a stark bright white. So problem number one on that. And of course, because I said that it's a slippity slidey thing, you can, don't worry, I've got leggings on. You can tie it up in the front, but if you have stuff like this, right, at home, you know that the strap should actually be one on the outside here and one on the inside here, so that the strap, or the little extra little piece, would be inconspicuous and it would still drape over you the correct way. But this one is not like that. It is like this, okay? So if I was to use this, then the bow is on the outside, okay? And then crisscross this like it should be. Tie it up with the bow here. Now you got this funky little thing going on here. So that's issue number two. So for me, I wouldn't be using this. I just tuck this inside here, or you cut it off, obviously, and then wrap. So obviously what I could also do is cut the one strap off and sew it somewhere, you know, flip-flop the straps or what have you, and sew it on the inside. But I mean, this in theory is super cute. I do like the kind of butterfly wing look that it gives. It feels moderately authentic. Obviously it's not. If it were, it would be, you know what I'm saying? I have seen some things that were authentic on Temu, supposedly, and they are. But again, I don't know how much I can trust something like that, being authentic to the period, or being authentic to the culture, things like that. But I thought this was pretty. It's a nice little lounger around the houser. Also a nice little cover up for a bathing suit on a beach. You could obviously, like I said, potentially wear this out and about. Maybe not summer, fall, or no, I'm sorry, fall, winter, but you know, maybe spring, summer would be a cute little idea, with a nice wide brim hat, maybe a nice pair of sandals, a pair of sunglasses, you know, just totally rocking a beach vibe. This would be nice for that, but I digress. I am still going to keep it because I still do enjoy it. Okay, you guys, I just want to also double check and remind you guys, I have a short list of some of my favorite YouTubers down in the description box. Don't forget to hop on over there, show them some love, let them know that Faith sent you, because these are some gals that if you like watching my channel, I think you will really appreciate some of these gals as well. Also, great big thank you to Irresistible Me for sponsoring part of this video today and gifting me these beautiful items. For you guys at home, I have a coupon code on the screen and in the description box down below, so don't forget to check that out. Also, I do have some additional coupon codes down there for new and existing users for Temu as well. So make sure to check that out. If there's anything today that I have showed you that you would like to pick up, don't forget to save some money while you are at it. I would love it if you are new and considered subscribing. That would be awesome. Also, like and share this video. I would greatly appreciate it. It does help me out quite a bit, and I would super duper appreciate it. But for now, guys, thank you as always for stopping on by and checking out today's video, and I will see you later. Bye, guys.